Okay, party people, welcome to another video. The question of the day is, what is car paint orange peel? And here I have an orange. Why do I have an orange in the context of talking about my car paint? Well, that is the question. What is car paint orange peel? Well, it really, in a simplified version, has to do with paint texture. Paint texture is unwanted, especially if you're chasing the elusive ultimate wet look on your paint. So what happens is when there's texture, waviness, and that's why they use the analogy, the comparison of orange peel has texture. See that? With your car paint, the perfect reflective surface is going to be the flattest, as in zero surface texture, and glossiest surface in order to reflect the lighting. So if you have ripples in your paint surface in the form of texture, in the form of orange peel, it's going to interrupt, it's going to disturb, it's going to, I don't have another word for it. Point is you don't want it. So I just want to answer that simple question for you. What is car paint orange peel? But let's go a little deeper. And I'm going to show you on my car, which is what would be considered a rather expensive car. And you might think, logically, that the more expensive the car is, the less orange peel, if we accept that it's unwanted as part of the equation of glossy, shiny paint, that the more expensive the car is, the less orange peel you're going to get. Unfortunately, that logic does not hold true. It is a case by case. Some paint manufacturers, some car manufacturers are better at it than others. A good example would be, for example, Lexus, excellent. Porsche, excellent. Ferrari, excellent. Mercedes-Benz, horrid. BMW, marginal. So it literally is a case by case, and it's not predicated based on the cost of the car, believe it or not. Let me show you a demonstration to further illustrate this point. Now to apply a little bit of context, this is the back end of my car. We are looking at the deck lid, the trunk lid, the bonnet. I think they call it the bonnet in the UK. I'm uncertain on that. Here we have the reflection from the overhead lighting, LED lighting. What I want to illustrate is I zoom in, you see how poorly the edges of that lighting are. So I will show you the same lighting on my back window. You see how precise? Yes, by the way, you can see that overspray on my back window, which that's a subject for a whole nother time. Whole other time. I'm not even sure if I said that correctly. But nonetheless, you see that light? You see how perfectly the edges, the lines of that light are? There's very little interruption because the glass is far more flat, as in zero surface texture, than the paint on my car. You see the edges of this reflection? You see how jagged they are? And I'm just finessing this camera so you can pick up the subtleties of the orange peel right in there. You see that? You got some high spots and some low spots. So to further illustrate this point, I'm going to go another step down the rabbit hole. Let me see if I can use another example for you guys. This is the side of my quarter panel. So here I have the reflection of the light in the window. The window we have decided is perfectly flat, as in no surface texture. Hence the reflection, you can see the bikes hanging from the ceiling, looks like a mirror because there's no surface texture to interrupt the reflection. Let's zoom down on my quarter panel. See if I can capture the quarter panel and how the reflection is uneven around the edges. And I'm doing my best to capture the orange peel effect. I just changed the ISO rating to see if I could capture the orange peel effect on my car. Now as I move it left to right, you can see that that light is uneven around the edges as compared to the light there. As it focuses in, you can see how sharp the edges are. So that is orange peel. Now at this point, you're probably gonna ask, well, Darren, how do we fix the orange peel? Well, that's a video series for a whole nother time because that involves wet sanding, blocking. There's many terms that you can use for it. The point is you have to shear that down through the use of abrasives, specifically sanding paper in order to do it. I just want to answer that simple question because it's a conversation that comes up pretty frequently when people start talking about waxes and polishes and how to make their car super, super shiny. And especially when I'm there in person, I'm looking at their car and they have so much orange peel on it, so much texture on it, and they don't even know what they're looking at. So it's really interesting when I'm trying to teach people how to look at a surface, especially a reflective surface, which is very difficult to do because are you actually looking at the reflection or are you looking at the surface that is reflecting the image? I know that may not make sense immediately to you, but if you think about it, and if you want to demonstrate this, go to a mirror in your bathroom perhaps, look at the mirror. Now, are you examining the mirror surface itself, as in imperfections of that mirror, or are you fixated, or is your eye capturing the reflection, as in your face in that mirror? So when it comes to scrutinizing car paint, it can be very difficult for the untrained eye. Okay, with that said, leave your comments below. What I would like to know specifically is why on earth did you come looking for car paint orange peel? And why does it matter to you? Did I clarify something for you? By all means, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. There's always going to be more videos coming. So with that said, check the links below and stay tuned, and we will see you in the next video.